wait. Did Democrats get everything? Did we lose any races? Because Mike Sherrill, Abigail, Mamdani's about to get called, and I guess they just called California for Prop 50? Please and thank you.
Well, the Republicans are being cooked, and boy, isn't it tasty. The lady I voted for, Abigail Spanberger, will be the governor of Virginia. Mamdani will be the mayor of New York City, and Mickey Sherrill will be the new governor of New Jersey. And my friends, this is but a taste of the blue wave that will be coming for the Republicans in the midterms of 2026.
Zohran had 4 words for Donald Trump.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
They used all manner of propaganda to tell people not to vote for anybody Democrat. But like we say in my country, Ntitwakuguddemu, that you found us awake. That's the literal translation. Twakuguddemu, you found us awake. Everybody was awake, wide awake, not ready to buy into no propaganda at all at all. All the United States cities and states were wiped and swept and turned blue. And all you should know, that does not make him happy at all. But we will get into his misery later. We need to look at what the people were saying. The excitement, the jubilation, the tears of joy, the expectations, and so much more tonight on the elections that have just been concluded. I want us to look at all the wins, the victories, and the reactions of the Americans. We will definitely come back and talk about it. I want you to let me know where you are watching this from. Did you wish you could vote in New York? Or if you are in New York, who did you vote for? Do you think this is the right candidate for you? And I don't know. Just let me know what you think in the comment section about this very episode. Don't forget to like, share. I'm coming back with more.
Well, the Republicans are cooked, and boy, isn't it tasty. The lady I voted for, Abigail Spanberger, will be the governor of Virginia. Mamdani will be the mayor of New York City, and Mickey Sherrill will be the new governor of New Jersey. And my friends, this is but a taste of the blue wave that will be coming for the Republicans in the midterms of 2026. And let me tell you why. The American people are tired of having a baby in the White House, a vindictive child who is up all hours of the night, ranting in all capital letters and posting ridiculous AI videos as he runs this economy into the ground and stands in front of the camera saying, "I'm the most successful president of all time. The prices are way down, I promise, with my secret numbers." We're tired of it. The Republicans are so incompetent at running government that it's only been a year and they've already run the economy into the ground. So I hope they enjoy the time they have left, Republicans, because come this time next year, it's going to be time to grab your shit and get the f out. Okay? All right. And to my Democrats, great job today. I'm proud of you. Let's keep it going. Feels good. Let's keep it going. Love you.
I want to show you an interesting story that's being told by Virginia voters, specifically in Spotsylvania County, where Abigail Spanberger has won the county, and she's won it narrowly, right, by about a little over 2 percentage points. But when we expand this out here, it is Trump over Harris in 2024. It is Youngkin over McAuliffe, and by big margins at that. This is something like 20 percentage points. And then, if we go one more, it is also Trump over Biden. So red, red, red. Abigail Spanberger, for the first time since 2018 in the Tim Kaine era, is that we are seeing the seat in Spotsylvania County flip from red to blue.
Muslim from New York, who's not Arabic. They actually of Indian descent and was born in Uganda. I thought bro was Arab, man. But listen, he ran such an amazing campaign that I seen a video of somebody in Hattiesburg, Mississippi that said, I thought I was gonna be able to vote for Zohran. This man was so phenomenal. As a Muslim in the Bible Belt below the Mason-Dixon line, he had individuals excited to go to the polls, and he running for mayor of a whole city up yonder way. Talking about, I seen somebody, you feel me, in a whole other state in Arkansas said, shit, I came to the polls so I can vote for that Zohran. This man's ran such a great campaign in New York City. He had folks below the Mason-Dixon line saying, I thought I could vote for him. What the Democrats and what the country getting fucked up and did is now this democratic socialism is starting to be empowering to a lot of people. Now we want to know what it is. Now I'm sure Donald Trump is crashing out, throwing a temper tantrum right now. I'm sure he can't even get those fingers together the way he typed on Truth Social right now. Man, listen, Zohran Mamdani, man, you the future, my boy. We here for you, man. But listen though, now that you're in office, it's gonna be a lot of folks who are gonna be critical of what you're doing, including folks that voted for you, because that's how democracy's supposed to go. With that being said, you will be held accountable. We're gonna be celebrating right now, but we're gonna be watching you, Zohran.
So I woke up this morning and I saw that the country was turning blue. Did anybody else peep that? The country is turning blue, and not just any type of blue, okay? A bright royal blue, not bought blue, if you understand exactly what I'm saying. See, I slept real good last night, real good, because I knew I did my part. I casted my vote. But I woke up feeling even more energized than normal. And then come to find out, the country, the nation of America is turning blue right before our very eyes. And I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. Mikey won. Mamdani won, Spanberger won, but we already knew that the East Coast was going to follow through. Y'all already know that. The East Coast was going to follow through, but Cincinnati? Georgia turned 2 seeds blue after 25 years of it being red. Mississippi, deep South Mississippi turned blue. Pittsburgh, blue. One of the best things that Donald Trump could have done by becoming the president was forcing American citizens to finally pay attention to politics. We're watching you. We're watching you. We are invested. We are seeing what donations you're taking. We're seeing what interest you're in best service for. We're watching y'all. And we're voting accordingly. VA, PA, Charlotte, Boston, Cleveland. Y'all did y'all big one too. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody needs to do their part. Every single one of us. Even with the briefest of observation, of analyzation, just by watching this year's elections, it makes sense why cities like Miami decided to not have their elections this year, why they moved it over to next year. And the only person that really benefits from that is Miami's current mayor, who's very red. But nobody really gives about Miami right now because it was you guys as Cubans that went and voted for this man and your mayor. So damn. But I'm pretty sure when Miami has their elections next year, I'm pretty sure I know who's going to be on their way out. You know what's even worse is realizing this is what it could have felt like last year. For last year's elections time, this is how all of us could have been feeling. We could have all felt like, finally, we're going to get some help. Finally. But y'all didn't like her laugh. Every single election of Tuesday night ended in blue. Every single one ended in blue. If you can open up your mouth, if any media outlet can open up and actually spread the news that it's the Democrats that's doing anything, when every election last night ended blue, it ended blue, you actually have a problem. Like, your commitment to stupid, it needs to be taken out because you're actually a hazard. You're a liability to society.
We only vote for skin color in our community, and that's the reason why I win some, lose some, Earl Sims and Virginia lost. The only reason why y'all voted for that Barack guy is because he's the same skin color as you. Is that the reason why Herschel Walker lost? You guys are all just race baiters that don't understand politics, and you only voted for him because of skin color. Did Herman Cain win what he won? No. The blacks will just vote for anybody that's black. So let's find a black and put him in front of them and see if they get the black vote. Did Ben Carson? He didn't, right? These folks been underestimating our intelligence for so long, they always blindsided when we display our intelligence and not pick what they thought we was gonna pick. Which takes me back to win some, lose some, Earl series in Virginia. This woman was shucking and jiving in all type of ways to get the attention of Donald Trump. And the best she got was, hey, if y'all vote for the people that's me in New Jersey and Virginia, y'all electricity bill gonna go down. When he's lying through his teeth. I don't even know if he even said your name. All that for what? For you to be on that side of the archive in history? For people that show the descendants of your last name having to figure out and explain, yeah, my grandma, my great-grandma, and you know.
I'm sorry, you guys are really out here voting for Mamdani? A man who's never been accused of sexual assault or any other crime? How's he gonna live up to all the other mayors? What about the legacy?
Yep, this is a blue wave. They just called it for Zohran Mamdani. Then we got Cheryl winning in the New Jersey governor's race. We have Spanberger winning in Virginia. Clean sweep in Virginia, by the way. The last domino to fall is Prop 50 in California. You can go celebrate, have a glass of wine, have a bottle. What are you saying? Go garden a little bit like I just did. Let's just enjoy hope for one night. Just this night. And know that we can win in 2026. We can take the midterms easily. This was a very strong fucking night.
Holy shit. The winning is not stopping yet. We have now flipped seats in Mississippi. We have flipped seats in Pennsylvania. A lot of these are deep red seats. We've not won in 20, 30 years. Unseating Republican incumbents have been in office forever. The day cannot be any better for Democrats right now, all around the country. Let's keep it going. Leave a blue heart below.
Terrible election news for Donald Trump. The Democrats are victorious as far as you can see, from California to New York to New Jersey to Pennsylvania to Virginia and Texas and more. The Democrats have swept everything. They've swept everything. Donald Trump and the Republicans have lost everything. They've lost all the major races so far tonight. And the midterms are coming, and typically the White House loses 26 seats in the midterms. And Donald Trump lost 41 in 2018, which means the House will go back to the Democrats, and the Senate usually flips 4 seats, flips back to the Democrats. It's not good for Donald Trump. You know those walls in the White House are covered in ketchup as far as you can see. There's probably no ketchup to be bought in Washington, D.C., Virginia, or Maryland. And Donald Trump has a lot of it to blame. Actually, it's all Donald Trump. He's fulfilled none of his promises. The economy is not going well. Inflation is continuing to be out of control. His trade wars have only cost farmers, companies, and others their jobs and their livelihoods. He's not making America great again. He's not making America first again. We can't feed our people on SNAP. We can't pay now, because of Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill, the subsidies on the Affordable Care Act. People are going to have to deal with that problem and potentially give up their insurance. And it's all because of Donald Trump. And all these problems are made by Donald Trump. None of these had to be so. But they were so desperate to give all this money to the rich, this massive tax cut, that's who it goes to, that the rest of us are suffering. But guess what? Guess who's going to suffer at the ballot box? Donald Trump suffered at the ballot box tonight, and you wait next year in the midterms. It's going to be worse. Going to be worse. So there you have it. Keep up the good work. Keep educating everybody about what's going on. The battle for the election and control of the House and the Senate move forward, and to get a Democrat in the White House in 2028.
Donald Trump, MAGA, and those corporate special interests believe that Virginia's government should be beholden to them. But tonight we send a loud message to them and to every single person across this country. Virginia belongs to the people. Together we stand firm against the people who would take us backward. We will use tonight as a springboard to reject the politics of divisiveness and division. And we will build a brighter future for every single Virginian. That is our mission. That is our charge. Thank you so much. I look forward to the future with every single one of you. I appreciate you. May God bless every single one of you in this Commonwealth. Thank you so much.
So I'm tuned into the election coverage for tonight, and there's really only one way to describe what is happening right now. Democrats are giving Republicans belt to ass. It's not even funny right now, man. And it makes me incredibly happy and sad at the same time. But before I get into that, let's just go over some of the results so far. So for the Virginia gubernatorial race, Abigail Spanberger, the Democratic nominee, is the projected winner, holding 56.1% of the votes, with 79% of votes counted so far. As of 9:18 Eastern Standard Time on November 4th, Winston Earl Sears only has 43.7% of the vote. Not only that, but for the lieutenant governor's race as well, State Senator Ghazala Hashmi, apologies if I mispronounce her name, is also the projected winner for the lieutenant governor. She becomes the first Indian person to hold statewide office in the Commonwealth and the first Muslim woman to win a statewide race in the United States. Moving over to the New Jersey gubernatorial race, Mickey Sherrill is currently leading Jack Ciattarelli with 56.6% of the votes. 58% of votes have been counted so far. Jack Ciattarelli only owns 42.9% of those votes. Shifting to the New York City mayoral race, as expected, frontrunner Zohran Mamdani currently holds 50% of all votes, with 43% of votes counted so far. Former Democratic candidate, current independent nominee Andrew Cuomo currently owns 40% of the votes, and Curtis Sliwa, GOP, only owns 8.2%. Now, moving on to California for Prop 50. Obviously, it's 6:21 in Cali right now. So we're not going to know anything until all the polling stations close later tonight. I've also heard that the Democratic mayor of Boston has won her bid for re-election. Good for her as well. Again, this is one gigantic, big blue Democratic wave. No matter which way you look at it, Republicans are getting shellacked. And like I said in the beginning, this makes me incredibly happy and sad. It makes me happy because it's a clear-cut, shining example of what we can do when we all put our differences to the side and move on one accord for the greater good of this country. It makes me sad, though,
because if we had did this last year to the day, we would not be in a situation we are right now. It makes me extremely happy to see all these people go out there in droves to rebuke and repudiate this foolishness on Capitol Hill right now, this foolishness in Congress, this plague, this disease that has infected our politics. It makes me very happy to see us all go out there and move one band, one sound, right? But why do we always have to wait for it to get this bad? At the end of the day, we outnumber MAGA. We always have. We outnumber conservatives, and we always have, even with them engaging in these underhanded techniques as far as gerrymandering is concerned to maintain control. If we all came out in the same droves we did tonight, this country would look drastically different by now, man. I'm trying to tell you. But yet we only seem to do this after Republicans get done destroying the country. And it don't got to be like that. Listen, the Democratic establishment is not perfect. I want a lot of these people to retire and make way for some young blood, right? But at the end of the day, we got to do what's best for the country, man. And Republicans and conservatism and MAGA is not what is best for the country. It is actively holding us back. And I wish we could remember that every single time there was an election that needed winning. If we all came out in the same droves we did tonight, we would never have to deal with another Trump, Mike Johnson, or Mitch McConnell ever again. That is how much power we hold, and I really want us to remember that.
This is the new map of House districts that will be in place for next year. As you can see, Democrats think they will get 5 additional seats. The Republicans will go their delegation potentially from 9 down to as few as 4, as basically they draw up, they carve up the state in a way that spreads the Republicans very thin, just off of the coast entirely. That is a remarkable change for California, which has traditionally had some of the closest and most competitive races, particularly since they changed the whole system of redistricting, giving it to a nonpartisan commission. Voters are saying, actually, we'll take it back. We're going to go with Governor Newsom on this, and we're going to take it back for the rest of the decade. The reason why? Look at what's happening across the country, Lindsay. States including Texas, Missouri, Ohio, North Carolina have already carved up their new districts. That's going to give Republicans potentially as many as 8 additional districts. And Mary Bruce, who's with us in the studio right now, even with that win in California, that only takes 5 off the board. It's still advantaged Republicans, but this is a big step and might be the most consequential thing that happens tonight for the midterms in 2028.
We have another major election result, another major Democratic win in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which is a swing county. Democrats have ousted every single Republican on multiple school boards. They ousted every Republican on the Central and Pennridge school boards. This is a significant win that not many folks are talking about. Why? Because Bucks County was ground zero for many of the attacks on schools, many of the attacks on LGBTQ plus youth. And while Democrats previously flipped both school boards, they are now successful overnight in completely defeating every single Republican off of the school boards, which means that Republicans have no representation on the school boards now as a result of last night's elections. What we saw last night wasn't just a win for Democrats in Pennsylvania, but was a complete repudiation of everything this White House, everything this president stands for. And it wasn't just in Pennsylvania. I'll provide you more updates because there are more results coming in still this morning. Spread the word, follow along for more, subscribe.
Trump.
So, Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
Tonight, Zohran received 1,035,000 votes, and that means that he has broken a record because a New York City mayoral candidate hasn't received 1 million votes since 1969. But the part that I really want us to take into consideration was that Zohran's campaign was truly a people-powered campaign with over 100,000 grassroots supporters who phone banked and canvassed door-to-door to make sure that he got elected. He raised the most amount of money that a candidate could receive, overwhelmingly through small dollar donations. And yes, he's a candidate for the people. So right now, what we need to understand is that he has a lot of rich and powerful enemies who are going to work every day to to make sure that he fails and that he can't deliver on his promises. We need to be aware now more than ever to track his progress, to, yes, make sure that we hold him accountable, but also understand the larger systems that are at play that want to destroy him, our movement, and what we've been fighting for forever. Stay up.
After a year of soul searching, after losing to Donald Trump, Democrats had sweeping victories tonight, and there are going to be two key takeaways to unify the party. One, running against Trump is good politics right now. That was clear across the board in Virginia, New Jersey, New York City, and California. Two, put affordability and the economy front and center. That is meeting voters where they are. On that, Democrats will agree. But here's the other side of the coin. Democrats have two distinct models of winners tonight. Mikey Sherrill, Abigail Spanberger for governor. They are moderate, centrist Democrats. That is a lot of what the party is going to use as a model to move forward next year and in 2028. But Zohran Mamdani is a newborn star of the Democratic Party, and he's a Democratic socialist representing the left wing of the party. He, too, is going to have a place on this stage. And so the intra-party conversation about the path forward for Democrats will continue, but it'll do so with a real shot in the arm of confidence.
Donald Trump got completely rejected by the American people in all of these different elections we saw yesterday, whether it be Virginia, New Jersey, in Florida, in Georgia, in California, in Pennsylvania, you name it, Democrats overperformed in every single one. For example, in Virginia, Democrats won the governor's race, the lieutenant governor's race, the attorney general's race. They control the House and the Senate, and 90 out of 95 counties got bluer. That's right, only 5 counties got redder from 2024. That is stunning. In California, with Prop 50 for redistricting, the results were called within 1 minute of the polls closing. That's how overwhelming the results were. In New Jersey, people thought it was going to be a close race. Last time I checked, Democrat Mikey Sherrill is winning by over 15 points. And look, I already see the Republicans downplaying these results, saying, oh, they're blue states. Of course Democrats won. We didn't just win. We destroyed them. And if Republicans don't think those margins are going to carry over into other states, then man, they're going to have a rude awakening.
I'm not sure I can fully express how excited I am about Zohran Mamdani winning the New York mayoral election. And I don't live in New York. I'm never planning to live in New York. But this, in perhaps the most famous city in the world, certainly one of the most influential and powerful cities in the world, shows that when somebody stands up for the rights of ordinary working class people, not for the rich, not for the powerful, but for the 99%, with real policies that make sense to make our lives better, people turn out in droves. When somebody stands up with a great campaign, with a laser focus on the things that actually matter to ordinary people, and mobilizes the masses at the grassroots, door to door, face to face, heart to heart, with sincerity and passion and intelligence and insight and awareness and courage as well, withstanding every line of attack from all of the anti-Muslim hatred and the fear-mongering, from all of the anti-communist propaganda, when these are very moderate policies that would have been totally middle of the road or even centre-right in decades gone by. The majority of voters have ignored both major parties. They have ignored all of the major news and media organizations who have tried to fearmonger and scare people away from supporting this guy. This is a triumph of ordinary people coming together in their common interests. And I think it shows that we don't need parties. We don't need these media moguls telling us how to think and how to vote. We can figure it out for ourselves when somebody actually stands up for us. And I hope this inspires a huge wave of like-minded people around the world standing up for what's right for 99% of people. I want to see 1,000 more Zohrans around the world arising naturally in their communities and gaining the trust and support at the grassroots, and to see how we can make life better for each other. This world is incredibly wealthy and our economies are incredibly productive, and human beings are not inherently selfish or inherently competitive. We are cooperative beings, we're community-minded, and we can look after each other.
So y'all thought the Democratic Party was dead, huh? Y'all thought we was dead and gone, huh? But today, on these elections that's happening in Virginia, and New Jersey, and New York, man, we are fucking these Republicans up. Americans are tired of these Republicans' same playbook. None off of America and just blame. But people woke up today and say, y'all, we with the Democrats. I know the Democrats, y'all, ain't a perfect party, but at least we got ideas for the middle and poor people. At least we have ideas. Republicans don't have no goddamn policies to offer Americans. And today, Americans say, y'all can take that watered down ass playbook and beat it somewhere, y'all. They are getting boots by the Democrats, y'all. We done so far won everything in Virginia, y'all. Everything. Republicans was controlling everything. We done flipped then everything in Virginia, y'all. New Jersey is looking good, y'all. New York, we're going to win New York, y'all. And this going to be the start of how we going to push forward against these MAGA and these Republicans. Transgenders can't help y'all right now. Stuffing the ballots and cheating with Elon Musk can't help y'all right now. Kids going to school, y'all so-called coming home, or different acts can't help y'all today. Culture wars can't help y'all today. Y'all gonna someday need some plans for America, or people just not gonna vote for y'all. But they talking about the Democratic Party is dead. No, we ain't dead. We just focus, because we got to get this clown out of office. We got to put a stop to what this man doing in office, because Republicans are scared to death to say anything to him, y'all. But y'all, we are putting boots to ass to these clowns. And let's continue this all the way to 2026. And maybe one day Republicans will wake up and have some plans for America, and not just culture wars and Fox News and right wing and Brett Bar just feeding them lies. So y'all, pay attention, y'all. This is our night tonight, y'all. This is the start of the movement that we've been waiting for, y'all. This is the time. This is the only time we're gonna have to save democracy from a dictatorship, y'all.
Wow, tonight Democrats have flipped Georgia. We've won 2 seats tonight that we have not won since 2000. Congratulations to these 2 candidates for beating incumbent Republicans. I think it's really a sign of momentum right now. People are not happy with Trump.
It's been reported that Abigail Spanberger, who was to be the first female governor of Virginia, turning that seat from red to blue, actually received 90% of the black vote in Virginia, even though she was running up against a black Republican candidate. And it's interesting to me, and I want to point this out and make this point very clear, to address a certain narrative surrounding how people think we as a community vote. There's often been this narrative that black people will just vote for anyone who's black. No matter their policies, no matter what they stand for, black people just vote for the black candidate. But these numbers prove otherwise. These numbers reveal that black people are not monolithic, 1, but 2, that we care about people and politicians who demonstrate that they care about the people as well, that they care about us, that they have policies that'll benefit us. And it's interesting to me because it seems as if in this specific race, the Republican Party was playing identity politics, thinking that because you put a black face and black figure to mask all of the policies that are pernicious and harmful to the black community, that black people would vote in support of that individual. And they did not. 90% supported the candidate that supports them. So I want to make that point very clear, because there is a narrative out there that has been pushed and propagated for far too long, actually, that black people just vote for anybody black. When no, we actually care and are invested in our political system just as anyone else. And we vote for those who we know represent the best interest and have the best policy platforms for our communities.
Y'all want to hear some not so fucked up news? Mamdani is gonna win in New York! Bye, Como. Take your ass to Florida. We don't want to see you no more. On top of that, it looks like Democrats are gonna have a really good night, baby. Yes, we are taking New Jersey. Ha! Can you believe it? New Jersey? And baby, we taking Virginia too. Ooh! I know Frumpy is pissed off because this approval rate is below 50. And like in the 30s and in the goddamn 20s when it comes to New York and fucking California. This Democratic sweep is needed because baby, midterms are around the fucking corner. And we need to set a tone. And baby, the younger generation showed the out in New York. Y'all came in full force. Thank you. Hopefully this can show that Donald Trump's policies are not working for Americans. There are no SNAP benefits. Medicare is about to triple. Nobody's getting paid in the federal government. We're bailing out countries for what? We can't bail out ourselves. We're allegedly attacking Venezuelan boats when we have not verified that shit. We all in Nigeria's business when we don't need to be there because we know the only reason that they are there has to do with somebody's money or somebody's resources. On top of that, ICE is doing whatever the fuck they want to Americans and immigrants. National Guard is being put out against its own people for no reason but people using their First Amendment rights. Unemployment rate has goddamn almost tripled. Falling behind Izzy like they can't breathe. Izzy is spouting the same shit. Diversity and equity and inclusion is not important in this country. TV show hosts are being attacked. Stations are being attacked. Writers are being attacked. Food bank lines are long, and baby, I've seen a lot of red hats in those. So let's bring this home tonight, and let's get ready for midterms. I'm ready, are y'all?
Tonight was a stunning rebuke of Donald Trump and the Trump administration. Democrats swept in every single race across the country. And I'm not overstating it. From New York to California, to New Jersey, to Virginia, to Pennsylvania, to Georgia, to Orlando, Florida, Democrats won in every single race.
in a stunning rebuke of the Trump administration. I'm going to go get some rest. Thank you so much for everyone who has watched my election night coverage. I'm going to get some sleep. If you want to support my work, please consider subscribing to support my work at the link in my bio at my Substack. And I will see you bright and early with more news.
And just like that, Americans showed up and showed out. And welcome back to that channel. I do hope that for wherever you, my lovelies, are watching this from, you are doing all right. Hopefully, God has protected you and preserved you very well. Yes, thank you to all of you that support me on here. My members, big shout out to you guys. You do me amazing. Yeah, Americans were like, we bought into the lies. Not anymore. Let me tell you, they used all propaganda channels to sway Americans. And Americans were like, no, this time around, watu sanze tulaba, you found us awake. They're like, do you think we dummies? That we would still go and eat the same things that we spit? Do you think that we don't see what you're doing? Do you think that we don't see that the same lies you came with are the same lies that you are preaching right now? I think people are already done with the division. People are already done with the hate that this man keeps spreading. They are done. And they are looking for people that can relate with them. They can clearly see that this man is out of touch with reality. All he cares about is his billionaire friends. So they want someone that understands the problems of the people that are at the grassroots level. And from what it looks like, Donald Trump, all he carries is insults. He keeps embarrassing not only himself, but even the people that he endorses. Can you imagine the president of the US endorsing candidates and people overseas? I have seen Republicans saying, I am voting, Democrats. For the very first time, you have seen seats that for the very first time are being occupied by Democrats. And you think his politics has not played into what you guys are looking at right now? If you think so, you're wrong. Because the way he's played the country has literally turned people against him. It is good to see people being excited and happy finally. Okay, and hopefully the candidates that you guys have voted for are going to be good ones. Do not just stop at putting them in power simply because maybe you might want to agitate the other side, which I don't think it's part of it. But it's not the sole reason. I completely know that you guys have seen values in these people. And you know that you're going to be fully represented. Do not close your eyes on any of them. This is the beginning of them serving you. This is the beginning of the work that you guys have to do. You guys are the ones that do the greater job because you are the ones that hold these people accountable. You point the things that they need to see and start doing for you. And that's exactly what you all are about to start doing. Point fingers at them, criticize them when you see they are being swayed. Demand service. Demand service from these people. Do not let them to, blindside you with their cuteness and all of that. Because that can be deceiving. That can divert you. Hopefully, Mamdani, the man from Uganda, and many more other people that you guys have voted for, I do hope and pray that they serve the American people. And I am not saying they serve the Democrats. You see the difference? I pray that they serve the American people. That's what Donald Trump is supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be serving the American people. You've seen that even those that lost, they are like, congratulations to those that have won. And they're like, we wish that you guys are able to serve the American people. That's the sole purpose of electing such people, that they are able to serve all people, regardless of race, regardless of religion, regardless of whatever. Service is supposed to be going to the people that voted. And hopefully this helps today. Hopefully this gives you some good news. I think that's it for now. What do you guys think about this? Sweeping the cities and states blue, making people wish that they would be able to at least vote in states where they don't even come from. How gorgeous. How gorgeous. I think that tells you that American people now are more politically aware than they were before Donald Trump, and that now people can decipher information and look through and dissect and be like, no, this is not good, this is not for us. And you have seen black people that they are not just going for black people. You have seen black people that have lost seats, and black people have decided to go for candidates they think are better. Okay, so for those people that were like, yeah, black people are just biased, they are not biased. They look for the best option. And one of the things that I'm noticing here is that the rest of others have started taking advice from black people. Amazing, isn't it? Hey, because all this blue, shout out and kudos to the black community that spoke, that has been so vocal. Okay, including other communities, because this is not just one community. This is a collective effort of all those that love America. America is not going to be a Sharia place, regardless of what everybody has to say and all of that. I don't see that happening. I don't see America becoming India. I don't see, no. I think America is a diverse country. It has quite a lot, and it should stay that way. Wonder why white people come and colonize and do all the stuff from to the rest of the world, give us their languages, and they are excited about that. But the moment they see diversity entering their countries, they start shouting and crying. Why are you crying? Aren't you the one that endorses this? It is okay when it is the other side of the world, but then I think it reveals most of the times the fears that them palm-colored people have, that they don't want to be taken out. But nobody's going to take you out. You will take yourself out. You will. It is you that is doing it yourself. And the Most High, maybe. Anyhow, I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, share. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I think from me for today, that's it. I do love all of you, and I will see you in another amazing video. May God watch over you, protect, and provide. See you guys later. My name is Gracie. Bye.